Good morning, ladies and gentlemen from South Korea. I have brought another interesting story for you guys, but today's topic is going to be something serious, and that is the high suicide rate here in South Korea. I have typed suicide rate by country 2024 on Google, and I have looked up at three websites, and they have all showed the same tables. So let's see the top 10 countries with the highest suicide rates in the world. Now, the three websites I've looked up were www.worldpopulationreview.com. The second one is www.ceoworld.org. And the last one is www.datapandas.org. So the informations are from here, these websites. So let's take a look at the table. The numbers you see on the right side of the name of the countries are the numbers of people who commit suicide per 100,000 people. The country with the highest suicide rate in the world is Lesotho. Approximately 72 people commit suicide per 100,000 people in Lesotho. South Korea is ranked at 4th in the world with a number of 28.6 per 100k. It doesn't really seem like there is any kind of correlation between the suicide rate and the ethnicity or the natural environment of the country, because if you look at the continents of these countries, suicides happen everywhere in the world. 3 countries out of top 10 are from Africa, 2 are from South America, 2 are from Europe, 2 are from Oceania, and 1 from Asia, which is South Korea. But it seems like there is some kind of correlation between the suicide rate and the amount of money people earn. Because if you look at the GDP per capita, 6 out of 10 countries make less than $7,000. But it looks like South Korea is a different story, because you can definitely see that people in South Korea are not making small amount of money. GDP per capita of South Korea is approximately $34,000, which is ranked at 30 in the world, and there are about 200 countries in the world, so South Korea is actually on the richer side. So, what seems to be the problem here in South Korea? I have brought a context from one of those websites I just told you. So I'm gonna read this to you guys. Suicide in South Korea. According to the World Health Organization, the suicide rate in South Korea is 4th highest in the world. One factor in its high suicide rate is suicides among the elderly. Traditionally, children have been expected to care for their aging parents. However, because this system has mostly disappeared in the 21st century, many older adults commit suicide rather than feel like they are a financial burden on their families. So, yes, this is true, and many old people who are older than 70 or so and also live alone, commit suicide quite a lot here in South Korea. So I've heard police officers saying that when they receive a call about a very bad smell coming from the next door, it usually turns out to be a decomposing body of an elderly person who has committed suicide. So that is true. And let's keep reading. In addition to the elderly, students have higher than average suicide rates, at least partly because they feel high levels of pressure to succeed academically. Okay, that is also true. When they do not achieve their goals, they may feel that they have dishonored their families. Alcohol use, sleep deprivation, stress, and poor social relationships can put students at increased risk of suicide. One of the most common methods of committing suicide in South Korea is poisoning via carbon monoxide. Additionally, many choose to jump off a bridge in Seoul. The Mapo Bridge has earned the nickname the Bridge of Death or Suicide Bridge because of how many people jump off it. Okay, so Mapo Bridge. Okay, so there is a huge river that goes right through the center of Seoul. So Seoul is actually divided into two, south part of Seoul and north part of Seoul, and the river goes right through the center. The river in Seoul is called Han River, and there are a couple bridges that connects the between the south part of Seoul and the north part of Seoul, and Mapo Bridge is one of them. Let me actually tell you one interesting information, and this has nothing to do with the suicide rate of South Korea. But if you want to have a glimpse of Seoul, go to YouTube and type Seoul Live. Seoul Live. And there is a camera that's installed at Han River. And it's always running. So even right now, it's on live. So you can click that YouTube video and see what Han River looks like, and it's always live. So you can do that after watching my video. And so that was about the Mapo Bridge. The government of South Korea is making efforts to curb the suicide epidemic. It strives to increase mental health care access, a necessity as 90% of suicide victims in South Korea may have a diagnosable and treatable mental health condition. It is also providing education to community leaders to help prevent suicide at a local level. Okay, that is the end of the context. Alright, so this is what's happening here in Korea. And believe it or not, I know two people who have committed suicide. One person was depression not so long ago, and one was about 10 years ago, a long time ago, and this person was having too much pressure by their parents to do better at, studying. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about the details of these people. So yeah, that is the case here in South Korea. We have a high suicide rate here in South Korea. But don't you worry about me. I'm a happy man, so you don't have to worry about me. And this is going to be the end of the video for today. Thank you for watching my video once again, everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.